So welcome back to Deano's garage for the VN800. This is the engine out of the frame. As you can see, it's got elements of corrosion on the paintwork here, especially on the front where it takes the brunt of all the salt water and the weather into here. You can see the paint's all peeled away from the main block. So I'm going to be getting rid of that black paint today and then spray over the top with I think it's called VHT satin black. Basically you spray it on, it'll cure a little bit, but basically it cures its best once the engine's back in the frame and it heats up, and then it really basically bakes to the engine block. But as you can see, there's a lot of corrosion here. I don't know if you can just make that out. Some of the paint's peeled from here, probably from a previous leak of coolant from this seal has come into the paintwork here, and then it's peeled off, so I've got to try and get into here and remove that. But the worst of it, like I say, is all at the front here, so I've got my work cut out there. Also here I shall spray the whole lot, basically having sort of roughed up the paintwork, and then go over this with a sanding block to take the paint back off the fin so they're silver as they should do, as they are basically on the original engine, and as they should look. So yeah, mask up this, obviously mask up all the chrome work once I've removed all the black paint that I can, and then spray over and hopefully get that sorted today. Right, so basically I've got some tools that I'm going to use to remove this paint. I've already started just trying to take the paint off of here, and it comes off nice and easy. What I use is basically a drill and a wire brush. As you can see, I've used this before, so it's got quite a nice sort of sharpened, sort of bullet shaped tip. I also use one of these, which is just nice and easy to initially get any loose paint off and dirt off. Got another one of these which is like this, but it's a bit looser, and then maybe I might even just use the actual wheel to go in and use this. The only problem with these sort of things is they can be a bit abrasive. If you use them too hard, they'll actually scrape into the alloy, and then they'll sort of score the alloy, which on the front of here is not the end of the world because it'll be sprayed black. But I'll just show you how easy it is, how easy it removes the paint. But I really want to use this for precision areas along here between the chrome and the black. I really want to use this in these little points here, and basically without damaging the chrome I can use the tip of this to come in very close. Now to remove some more of this, what I'll probably do is use something like the wheel, and then the wheel will remove it a lot quicker than that little tip will. But as you can see, I've got my work cut out, but it's just to show you how easy, once the paint's that badly corroded, how easy it will remove. It's just all the little nooks and crannies that are going to be difficult getting in down here and underneath here. That's where it's going to be a bit more difficult. But yeah, I'll crack on with this and we should be good for painting later on. So I spent yesterday prepping the engine, removing all the loose black paint and paint that wasn't so loose. Obviously you had to have a lot more time with the drill and wire brushes, etc., to remove it all. You can see all of this is where basically everywhere you see metal obviously was where paint was. I haven't gone in so much here. Most of this is pretty sound paint anyway, and what is in it's been pressure washed, it's been rubbed down with various things, so this should all just spray over. So a lot of work yesterday. Took me best part of, I'd say, 6 hours doing all of this. a lot of work, and today is the day to paint it. It's a reasonably good day. It's cloudy, but hopefully it shouldn't rain. There's no rain forecast. I have washed it down. Always have a handy old hairdryer. This is quite a good hairdryer. It's got a good sort of blast rate, if you like, and very hot. So I've washed this, and then I've been going in through the fins with a hairdryer, get very close. If you've got an airline, that's great. I don't have a compressor and an airline, so the hairdryer works well to blast out some of the water, and then obviously the heat heats up the metal anyway, and then you sort of get that heat that obviously gets rid of some more of the water. I will now start masking off along this line here, mask off all the areas that I don't want paint on. Some obviously the carburetor, mask off here, put some little round cardboard inserts into here so no paint goes into the ports. Doesn't matter about the oil filter, that's a chrome one, but I should just spray over the whole thing, unscrew that, and then obviously replace that oil filter with a new one. Put a little bit of tape over bits like this, obviously where I need to make sure there's a good electrical connection. Most of the other cables and things have been around the other side. Actually, they're in like a bag, so make sure I don't spray into those. There's a hose in here, just obviously plug up the end of the hoses and things, and then yeah, get painting. So probably another hour or so prepping, and then I can get on with the paint. So here we are, I've finished spraying the engine in matte black engine enamel. It's a Simonitz product. So yeah, as you can see, it's still masked off, but it's come out looking pretty nice. All in all, it's about 4 coats around. Obviously I sort of spray one side and rotate and spray the other. Allow 20-30 minutes between each coat and then spray again. I've used this piece of cardboard just as a windshield. The bucket there just literally has some weight just to make sure the wind didn't blow against it. It worked pretty well. I mean, ideally I wouldn't normally work outside, but it worked ideally for me because the engine leant against the wall, which gave me the angles I needed to spray from this sort of angle, and I could go to the side and come around and obviously spray this side, and then I swiveled the engine round. It's actually sat on a trolley jack and a piece of wood, and being leant against that polystyrene stuff against the wall, it's pretty solid, and yeah, it just gave me the ability to swivel it round and spray it nice and easily. If I'd have tried to bring it indoors, lifting it indoors into the garage, I'd have had the trouble really of it being too low to the ground and not being able to get the angles I needed to spray where I needed to spray. So yeah, it's, like I say, it's looking good. So that matte frame sat in a matte engine sat in a gloss frame. Should look pretty cool, pretty awesome once it's all back together. So here it is, finished. I've taken all the masking off the chrome just so you can get an idea of how it looks. I think you'll agree it's come out pretty nice. I think the matte black with the chrome looks pretty awesome, to be honest. Originally I was going to go for a PJ1 satin black, but ended up needing another can, so I went for the Simonitz, and they call it matte black, and I think I've actually ended up with a better result with the matte. It's kind of a satin matte, but it's just a little bit flatter, and I think it looks really good against the chrome, having the matte against the shiny chrome. Hopefully you agree. That's certainly how I hoped it would be, which was basically turning a rough, ugly old weathered engine into something that looks like a new engine. Obviously once I polish up all the chrome, it's going to look absolutely lovely. Thanks for watching Deano's Garage. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll be showing you these videos, updating some of these videos, and of course I'll be adding to some of these along the way.